Okay, it looks like there's nothing else over here. Unfortunately, you'd think that there'd be like some treasure boxes or crates or something to blow up. As far as how long we're going to be live streaming for today, I don't know. I'm just kind of doing this on a whim, honestly, right now. I don't have like a set schedule that I'm adhering to. Been kind of in a funk lately, honestly. And with the fact that I'm going to be moving in like 6 months' time and just getting myself mentally prepared for that. And I've just been kind of at a loss with video games. I've been just, like I've said before, like I just don't know if I'm getting to that age now where I'm just starting to like get aged out. Or if it's just a whole myriad of other factors that are just contributing. I'm just not sure. Since we just found the one rift gate here, where I think we're going to take it to go back home. And then I can sell this stuff. Put stuff in my stash and whatnot.
Give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay, let's get rid of all of you. Got a new amulet over here. Meh. And then the other stuff, I just don't know if I really want to actually equip this other belt. Screw it.
See you around.
Alright, we'll dump this shit off, and then I gotta also return that, or turn in that one quest.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Return to Quaid.
Safe storage, no questions asked.
And I think we could probably dump off this. Got so many. And I believe that's it. Oh. So I'm always on the hunt for some of these like rare components. So I'm not stuck carrying them all the time. Oh, we just finished one. Consecrated wrapping. Interesting. So that's something else I really want to pay attention to is our crafting stuff. And speaking of which, we still don't have the one thingy, the a relic.
What brings you to my forge?
Okay, so Calamity. So is it, oh, just 5% chance on attack. Okay, definitely don't want that. It's just not appropriate for our character. Movement speed. Actually, that's pretty good. 100% chance when you hit by a critical. Okay. So it stuns them. That's a really good defensive relic. And then this one is attack speed. I think we're gonna go for equilibrium, actually. Hey, and I got an achievement for that. Right. Okay. So anyways, completion bonus plus 4% defensive ability. Whatever. You know, it's fine.
Any blueprints you find.
All right, let's go talk to Quaid. So I'm fairly sure he's got to be the guy back over here in this this camp. And he is indeed. So we get a whole bunch of experience, some money, and some reputation points, which is great. So they want me to do some more work here. Somewhere inside Cronley's hideout underneath the Four Hills lives a bastard by the name of Moneybags Martin. Okay, so we gotta find Mr. Moneybags. Okay, so they're both gonna be in there. Alright, so then we'll go back to the rift gate, and we'll actually take the rift gate back to the furthest one. Let's go ahead and zoom out. I got a lot of skeletal mages here. I'm almost thinking about recasting these guys just to see if I can get a couple other ones. I remember looking on like some guide out there that actually showed you what this person's math basically showed you what percentage chance of getting a certain type of skeleton were in a very close approximation. And I forget which ones that are the most desirable. I don't remember if it was the straight up melee ones. It might have actually been the mages for all I remember. But I remember looking it up. There are some of the skeletons are better than others. And I think it's like, I think the type of skeletons you get, I think they're affected by what level you are, I think. So if you're like max level, you're pretty much have like a 0% chance of getting certain kinds of skeletons. I think anyways. I swear, I remember looking it up. And even though I've given it some, I don't know, negative criticism, I am very much interested in going back and trying Titan Quest, especially since the developers, you know, released a whole bunch of new content for it, new expansions, whatever, in the last couple of years. And they have the remastered version. So I'd really like to actually check it out. The original Titan Quest I didn't really like. Just wasn't for me. So I'm really interested to see how... Ooh, there's some dynamite. I'm really interested to see how the remaster holds up. Okay, so we got our shrine down here. Oh, wait a minute. Some really terrible positioning on my part. The Annals of Arcovia. Bring the Annals of... to Amkala at the Rover Camp in Old Arcovia. Okay. So, so we got a much better helmet here. Required player level 32. Much better. And then we've got the excerpt from the Annals of Arcovia. Okay. Big wall of text here. Oh, they're talking about Modrogan here, which is the name of the one skill that we have here, Modrogan's Pact. I do want to actually go back and reread all this stuff, but since I'm recording and doing live streaming and stuff like that, it's just not appropriate. So I will do that by myself in some later point in time. You guys want a scavenged plating? What? And some scrap? Oh, fucking random ass reward system there, or requirements. Not a bad shield. All right, so since we actually have another devotion point, we can finish chair. We did finish it, yes. Is it done? It's done. Okay, good. All right, so that means I could probably take this out. I think we have to go back to what's her face. We have to go back to town to do it. But we have yeah, what the hell, man? Didn't I already take this out? I think I did. I think I already did it. Never mind. Because the whole point is, the whole reason why I'm doing that is because first you have to put one of them into the crossroads, right? And then, you know, whichever branch you want. And then you go in here, and then once you complete one of these constellations, you can go back and kind of respec, if you will. You can take your point out of crossroads. You don't need to keep it there anymore. That would be something else I would change about this game, or at least I would make some like minor graphical tweak for this. Is that when you look at your devotion tree or constellation system, is that okay? So the ones that have not been selected are blue, and then the ones that you have selected are like this pale yellow color. Like, I'm not colorblind. I don't have a problem differentiating the colors, but Jesus Christ, man, I just wish they were like I could make them stand out a little, so they weren't so similar. Also, I'm going to say again for the record, I just don't understand why they, as far as the devotion stuff, why there was never a search function put in. I mean, when you have like a big mess of, I guess it's essentially a perk system, I guess. Like, it feels like an actual search system, or some way to actually parse everything. Because maybe I'm just looking for all the constellations that give me like attack speed or something, and I don't feel like just individually clicking on everything. We'll go back and talk to the rovers as soon as we're done poking around here in this this mine.
I can't do that yet.
Lots of dynamite. Yay! Oh, so there was our moneybags guy. Like our own personal Scrooge McDuck. Doing a pretty good job of actually mowing my way through these people. I think as long as I stay within, at least somewhat within, like a level appropriate area, we should be alright. Because I'm playing this game pretty meticulously. Like, I'm making sure like I'm killing all the monsters, exploring all the things, doing all the stuff. So it's not like I'm getting outclassed. Okay, we got another boss monster. Oh, there's another one over here. Walla cracks. Okay, let's get out of the wild color skins. Lots of loot here. So what do we got here? It's actually not too bad. I don't know. I would actually equip this. Like, I would actually equip that. +1 to skills and shaman. That's pretty good. But I have to have the entire set. Or is that telling me that I need to have just three pieces total? I don't know. Whatever. You know, I would actually equip it if I had additional pieces. We're going to have to go back to town to take a look. You are two-handed, unfortunately. Right. And then we have this other amulet. I'm pretty sure I've actually picked one of these up before. That name sounds very familiar to me. Ah, that's right. The wasps. I forgot about these enemy types in this area. Because there was that other cave system before. Oh. Pressing the wrong button. Good place to pick up this royal jelly, too. Oh, just found a secret. Awesome sauce. Filled with a little something. So I actually think this is a hell of a lot better. Ooh, yeah. You know, apart from me doing some of my other extracurricular activities, have been kind of, I try to stay away from it. Honestly, I try to stay away from anything that's like collectible in nature when it comes to like collectible games, collectible card games, or whatever else. Like if you have to amass stacks of cards or little figurines or whatever else, I tend to shy away from those now, because my personality type, I end up like collecting them. Or maybe not collecting them, accumulating them. I played HeroClix for a while, and, you know, it sucks because then you end up with a whole bunch of these, like, little cheap plastic figurines. Played Magic the Gathering on and off for many, many, many years, although from, like, 93 or 94. It's like the tail end of Unlimited. It's like right before Revised was officially released. It's like a few weeks before that. It's how long I've been playing Magic the Gathering for. And I gave up playing because I got sick of it. But anyways, long story short, I got introduced by a new game that's made by Richard Garfield called Keyforge. Bought the starter pack that comes with like 2 precons, and it comes with like 2 of their other like little booster deck things, and then I bought an extra booster deck thing. I'm very much interested in actually learning how to play the game. I have not bothered to take a look at the rules or any of the mechanics, but I have watched a couple of videos here on YouTube just to give me a kind of just a generic feel for the game, just to see how it's played, just see how it actually functions and operates. And I do have to say that the idea behind it, like the whole algorithmic based thing where you get like this deck and you can only play with that deck, so there's no, like, you can't just take the cards out of it and then, like, you know, construct your own deck. So there's basically no secondary market for the cards. So which it makes me believe that either A, there's going to be an officially supported casual format that's going to have some sort of deck building type of thing that allows for the secondary market for cards, or it's going to naturally develop from the player base, because as it stands right now, there is no secondary market except for full decks. Like if you just end up like buying one of these like booster deck things, and then you get the Nutso pull, I mean, obviously the deck itself is going to be worth it, but not the individual cards. And just wondering how that's actually going to play out. I'm cautiously optimistic for the game. Like I said, I really want to, like, actually find some other people to play with. And get a better idea in my mind about whether or not I want to actually commit to it. But thus far, like I said, cautiously optimistic. Okay, so there's Darius Cronley. Obviously, we don't want to talk to him yet. Okay. So before we actually go talk to this fool, I'm gonna... Can I go back?
It's locked.
Oh. Of course it's locked. Then let's go ahead and pull out our rift gate. So don't let's go back to town.
So Bourbon's dog has come barking. You should give up trying to act the savior. It doesn't suit you. Humanity is already doomed and a new power is rising. Get on board like I did or go extinct. Well, that's not quite true. The Ethereals will need new vessels, so I'm sure they'll keep some domesticated humans around to breed like livestock. You know, I heard you were taken when they found you. I bet your offspring would make good vessels.
Terrible voice acting. Just terrible. Why are you after the prison, sir?
Isn't it obvious? Devil's Crossing may be a prison, but it's like a fortress and controls the roads to Burwich and to the west. The Ethereals wanted to capture it, and you know, as much as I wanted out of that place, I think I've grown nostalgic for it. This time, I get to play Warden, and I intend to have some fun just like old Krieg did. Tell you what, give me Devil's Crossing and I'll put in a word for you. Maybe get the Ethereals to keep you around as a breeder. Either that, or I'm happy to do things the painful way. Painful for you, that is.
Can't we end this peacefully?
What kind of milksop did Bourbon send after me?
Milksop.
Don't you know
Nice.
the name Darius Cronley? Before the Ethereals showed up, I was the biggest public menace in these parts. My name inspired nightmares in children, makes men tread quickly past dark alleys. I'll take you apart slow, piece by piece, like I did to so many victims before. I must say, I'm really going to relish this.
Hang on a second, I gotta finish gargling cat litter. Why are you after the prison?
Isn't it obvious? Devil's
This ends now, sir. Let's get the hell out of there. You're gonna get fucked up, sir. Get my skeletons up. Oh my god. Taking damage. Get away from me! Like, I just need to recast my people. And then they just come in here and do all the damage. I can live with that. I know it's cheap. See, he's melee. Like, he just needs to get in close range to do his damage to me. Getting pretty low in health, aren't you there? Just need to kite him. There we go. Blood Reaper's Cowl. Nice to see that we got an achievement for that, although it's not surprising. It appears that Cronley does not have Elsa. Okay. It's a much better helmet than we have, but unfortunately we're not level 30 yet. Didn't I have a piece of gear in here? Yeah, this one right here. This helmet. Why don't we keep them both off to the side here, just in case. So required cutting 259. I might be able to swing that. So we got 237, 245. So that's what, 8 points? Is that going to be enough? Nope. Almost. Oh, there it is. Oops. So here's the deal, is that this gun here is pretty awesome, right? But I gotta take the imbued silver out of it. So we're gonna have to keep this off to the side. And then as far as these new boots, pretty awesome. We'll take them. And then, let's see, we got a new ring. Meh. Astral robes. Seems like I get a lot of, like, caster gear and a lot of gear that's for other classes. Something for an Inquisitor. Can we talk to this thing? Hello? And then part 2. Okay. So as far as this Aether cluster goes, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. I saw you at the village. You made Silas go away. Please let us out. How did you get here? Bad men came after you left the village. They killed everyone, even dead, then set everything on fire. Oh, noes. Okay, so we just got the children. So I wonder what ends up happening if I actually complied with the Silas gang. Like, what if I paid the extortion? Whatever it was, 5 scrap. Uh-oh, taking damage. There we are. It's unfortunate that I'm only getting scrap. I really wish I was getting some more dynamite. Although we've got 6 sticks of dynamite. I know we needed 3 for the one that was in the sunken crossing place. And then I forget how much the one is for East March. I think it was only 1. Maybe it was 2. I don't know. I don't remember. Something along those lines. There's something else I really want to be cognizant of is my whatchamacallem, my resistances. Because any seasoned Diablo veteran worth their salt always pays attention to resistances. Always. It's something always easy to forget to pay attention to. I understand. Aha. Hopefully, oh, there is a rift gate over here. Looks like. I was just gonna say, I was like, man, I really hope there's a rift gate over here. And there totally is. Come on, get over there. Go. There's one other way, but you would be fooled to try it. South of here, there are ruins of an ancient city of Arkovia. There's a passage there, though, the Arkovian undercity that leads through the broken hills. The Cursed Dead? Question mark? Okay, well, before we do anything, we should probably go back to Old Arkovia and go back to the rover group here and talk to Quaid as we turn in this quest. Moneybags Martin is dead, my good sir. Experience, money, reputation points. You are ruthlessly effective. I hope he screamed for help, his wailing unanswered in those old mine tunnels. Thank you. You've put my mind at ease. I should also probably take a look at that town where Silas was at. Let's see here. I have found some text that you might find interesting. Huh. All right. So I think what we're going to do here is sell off. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. Much better helmet. Oh my god, that's even a better helmet. All these damages. Really wish I had actually some resistances on here. Wow, plus 271 health. Yeah, but see, I get the +1 to raise skeletons here, plus the bonus to pets. I'll keep it, but I just... I'm gonna have to get something pretty outstanding in order for me to feel comfortable about replacing that. And then as far as these things go, let's see here, that other little town, that was right down here, I believe. So I'm gonna go down there first, just real quick. I'm curious. I just want to know what's down here now, because if those two children were in the mines... Okay, well, those kids weren't lying. They definitely put the town to the torch. Alright, let's go back to Devil's Crossing. Let's take this off.
Ah, there you are. Come, come, we have an errand you must perform immediately.
Excusez-moi?
Yes, at once. Do not tarry. There are experiments to be run, and Darlet and I require explosive materials immediately. No time for questions. These magical artifacts aren't going to break themselves down, now are they? Are you still here? Head to the mines around the Arkovian foothills and Old Arkovia immediately.
So he wants me to pick up some dynamite for him. Let's give 3 dynamite.
Let's take a look, shall we?
I want to keep the add-on, please. Yes. Thank you. And then we'll go ahead and apply it to our new gun.
Bring me back something interesting.
So how much? We have 6. Fine, let's just go ahead and turn it in.
Yes? Oh, good, good. Let us start the experiment immediately. Darlet, prep the blast furnace. Of course, I am fully confident that it will function as intended. Well, there may be a slight chance that we will tear apart reality when the artifact is consumed by the conflagration, but chances of that are very low. So low. 1 in a billion. You're safe. Really.
This can't end well.
Aha, I was correct. Just look at these wonderful components. We can finally begin studying artifacts properly. If only the Erelon Museum Society could see me now, they would be absolutely furious. Oh, and if you wish, you can have Darlic break down any items you find. Just bring her more explosives.
Thank you.
Hello there, friend. What can Kasparov do for you? Oh, that poultry stuff? Busy work.
Right. Okay, so we got some other quests here to turn in. I think we've already sold everything that I needed to sell. So we'll go talk to,
Well, is it finished?
Darius is no more and his gang is scattered.
The world is a little safer today with that monster dead. Now what of Elsa? You must have seen something.
We get a whole bunch of experience, money, and some beautiful Devil's Crossing reputation points. Darius did not have Elsa.
Damnation. Perhaps she escaped and ran for Homestead. Or maybe they sold her. I have to go back out there. If there is any chance that Elsa still lives, I have to find her. I owe her that much.
What do we do now?
Now that we're not in any imminent danger, we need to deal with a more subtle enemy. Starvation. Devil's Crossing is running out of food and our supply runs are coming up dry. We need a reliable source of food and we need it fast. Barnabas has some ideas as to what we can do. Speak to him immediately. There are few people I hold in high regard, and I count you and Bourbon among them.
Any other areas you explored? Explored many regions after the Grim Dawn struck. What would you like to know? I think we'll talk to him like sometime later. So there's a bounty here. We get our first bounty. Gethrand and Zanbrand were two scientists that disappeared around the time of the Grim Dawn. Nobody knew what happened to them until now. Their horribly disfigured forms have been spotted roaming the Warden's gardens, raising the dead to serve the Ethereals. They are a threat to Devil's Crossing. Search the Warden's lab and quarters and eliminate the reanimators. You will be suitably rewarded with iron bits. Sure. Bounties are repeatable. Each faction will offer you up to 5 bounties per game session. Can we get another one? It's not. At some point, I would like to take a look at our blacksmith guy.
Got something you need stashed?
And take a look at if there's any other items that might be worth my time crafting. Okay, so first of all, let's dump all this. So wild colors skins. Marauders, guardsmen, explorers. So I just wanted to give everybody a quick FYI too. Is that this character is 100% self-found, meaning that I'm never going to trade with another player, and I'm not going to have like another character that I play with by myself, and I end up like sliding over items and stuff. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I think I'm going to end up having to make a mule character because this is my transfer tab. Oh, you know what? Actually, I could probably just buy another one, can't I? 50 grand. Yeah, I think I might just have to make a mule character just to clear some of this stuff up. Okay, here's a battered shell. Here we go. You know what? I think I'm going to take a quick break here as well. So we did get a level up. So let's see here. Necromancer. Could make my skeletons a little bit beefier. So this this gives me more skeletons. I forget what the progression was. There was like another point where you get more skeletons, I think, but I don't remember what point that was. Or should I do Master or Will of the Crypt? Yeah, I don't think so. I think I just really want to pump more into masteries. I think so. I think so, anyways. Or I could do 2, in which case that would give me rotting fumes. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, Ravenous Earth is pretty redonkulous. Although Bone Harvest, I've seen some people's builds that use Bone Harvest, and Bone Harvest is pretty legit. Siphon Souls. No, that's not going to be appropriate. I think I'm going to go for Rotting Fumes. Yeah. That just gives him a whole bunch of awesome stuff. So a whole bunch of poison damage, generates additional threat, which is important. 25 reduced targets defensive ability for... Yeah, man, just the one skill point. But and then there's this, the Unstable Anomaly. I tried doing this by myself. Or didn't we try doing this? We tried doing this with my, the last build that I did. Because remember we went Inquisitor... Or no, we went Shaman Occultist. Or no, Necromancer Occultist first. And I think I went with Unstable Anomaly. Mistakenly. I didn't like it at all. I mean, it's good. It's very situational. I just don't think it's appropriate for this build, personally. But anyways, I'm going to take a quick break here because we've been doing streaming. We've been streaming here for almost an hour and a half and just need a breather. And besides, I need a refill. Need to make a BEERUN beer run. So I'll be back in a few.